And we are live. Greetings and salutations, Focus Up family. Welcome to the February 17, 2024 installment of the Focus Up Show. We thank you for tuning in with us live and on replay or catching up with us, on YouTube and various other platforms every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. And we ask that you click that like, that subscribe, that bell, and share to support and maintain your weekly Focus Up fix. I am Mr. Nice Guy, nice as in the word saint spelled backwards, and my lovely co-host, First Lady J. We got Brother Walk, host of Sex Talk with Walk on Thursdays at 9 p.m. We got the infamous El Pooh, star of Spin That Back at 10:30 a.m. on Saturdays, right after the show, 30 minutes after the show. And we got the boss man, Mr. Floyd X. What's going on with you, First Lady?
Oh, nothing. Just glad to see another day. How about you, fellas?
Straight, Brother Walk.
I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm ready to go.
You ret. Mr. Floyd X.
Doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. Ready to get the show going.
All right, let's do what we do. So I guess that's the same with you, El Pooh.
Yep, less than happy to be here. Let's go.
Let's get to the get. First Lady, what's up first in the news?
First up in the news, I have Mr. Rush. You guys remember those Rush?
Wait a second. What we're supposed to be talking about, Brother Styles?
Oh yes, I do apologize. So that's first up in the news. We have Mr. Styles, Lamont. We lost
Right.
a friend. Walk was supposed to take over on this one for me.
Well, this is a guy we all grew up with together. We went to Hamilton. Well, I think he went to LA High. But anyway, we grew up in the neighborhoods over there. He's a good guy, father. Damn, seen these pictures. I ain't seen these pictures. Tearing up a little bit. My buddy, straight up. He was a rapper. He was a producer. We made music together. All of us, me, Floyd, El Pooh, they collabed on some stuff together back in the days. He was a good guy. He got caught up. He was out there. It happened in Philly. It was on the news. He got shot, murdered. He was with a young lady as well. So, that's what happened. He was a good friend of ours, brother. AKA Chili D, AKA Style Low. Rest in peace to my brother.
Hey, salute to Styles, man. I remember the first time I met him we was in Pasture. We was still at Pasture. We saw him at the bus stop, the RTD, and we always heard about him because our older brother Do-Rock, rest in peace, used to always tell us about him. And then the first time he said this rap, he was the first one I heard do the stutter rap. He was like, he was rapping with some special skills. We were like little kids just looking all in amazement, like, wow, look at that. That was tight. But yeah, that was my first time meeting him. And then, we hung out. We used to kick it. Then we became and we was doing music. We got together and did music together. That dude, he used to make some good ass beats and write some dope rhymes. Always had a crew of MCs in his garage making music and stuff like that. Then me and El Pooh used to go over there and walk. We used to go over there working with him, doing his collaboration songs. Great times, man. Rest in peace to the big homie.
Peace.
All right, so now what do we have up? I guess you were talking about Mr. Simmons.
Yes, Mr. Simmons. Russell Simmons sued for alleged rape and sexual assault by former Def Jam video producer, the Jane Doe. Victim alleges she was raped at the Def Jam co-founder's apartment in the 1990s.
All right, I did a lot of research on this, because I really get disturbed when I feel like someone is wrongfully accusing. But in this case, respectfully, I have to say, in all honesty, I kind of believe her. I sat there and watched the 30-minute interview she did on TV, and I know she's been making this claim since 2017. That this is one of the ladies. The one we're talking about now is a new lady, and he has, sadly to say, there's 18 women claiming that they were sexually assaulted by Russell Simmons. 18 women making that claim, and this one, the one I'm talking about, her name is Drew something. I forget her name. But she been in 2018 been filing claims saying that he sexually assaulted, he literally raped her at his house. That's what she claims. And I don't like to just throw stuff out there, but I went through all the doing all of my research. It sounds like he did it. Because even I want to say this, even what's Lord Jamar, he knew the lady. Because she was a reputable record exec. When Lord Jamar says he knew her, he don't find no reason that she would be lying.
I'm gonna say I'm a person. I normally roll to guys, but in this case with Russell Simmons, this has been. I know, nigga. I can see too. Come on, brother. I'm trying. I got a damn light on me. I'm that dark. Okay, damn. Y'all don't gotta see me. Just listen to what I'm saying. You see me in the background. Listen. Damn, you made me forget my point, bro. Anyway, I normally go with what the guy said. You know what I'm saying? But he has a long track record of this. And you can even remember from the movie Rhyme and Reason, just his interaction with the models and the women. It was kind of inappropriate. Even back then, I was like, damn, bro. Kind of chill out with that. I'm gonna get this together. Don't worry about how good I look, nigga. I still look good. Anyway, but I was really tripping off how his interactions was with these women, these models, and just how cavalier he was talking. Like, oh man, that's a sexy.
Damn, he went from dark to.
You know how he talks. But I really do think there is something there, and that's why. Hold on, my nigga, chill out. Let me get this out.
Damn. Relax.
Okay, with y'all. Okay,
bro. Relax.
No, I mean y'all fucking up my.
You stopped. That's the reason why I said something, because you had literally stopped. It froze on you. Froze.
And you messed it up by not having your lighting right. God damn it.
Well, again, I'm not gonna blame you for that. But still, I agree. I don't want to side. I don't side with the man or the female. If I don't know, I don't know. So I pretty much kind of stay out of it. But in this situation, I did some research, and there's a lot of smoke. There's way too many females that have way too similar scenarios to think that this is just, that they've all collaborated to just make this up. I mean, it's not impossible for that to happen, but yeah, there seems like there's some fire there. But
And what go ahead, El Poo, you got something you want to say on it?
I really don't know much about it, but I do know this much. Russell, wherever you are, Bali, Russia, Nepal, wherever you are, don't come back to the U.S. because you're gonna be in trouble.
Okay. I want to speak some more, so I want to make sure everybody got their point. Did you want to say something, First Lady?
Not a whole lot. I just want to say 18 claims. That's a lot of claims. One claim is one too many. So it's sad to hear the case. I did do a little research on it as well, and I was definitely leaning towards the female.
Okay. So yeah, so her name is actually it's Drew Dixon. That's her name, and she graduated from Stanford College, fresh out of college. She was applying. She wanted to get into music, and after Russell Simmons was the one that called her up, invited her out to New York. She tell a story how when she got there, nobody knew she was coming at the office. So Lyer Cohen was the president at the time. And she said when she got there, the treatment was bad from the jump. She said that Lyer Cohen told her to her face, "I don't want nothing to do with Russell Simmons' tall, skinny bees." That's what he told her to her face. And he instructed her, and this is the same thing we was talking with Diddy. When these people be having this power, man, and they be on a power trip walking through them halls, and then she said that Lyer Cohen told her that whenever you see me walking, find the nearest door and go in there and don't come out until I leave.
Damn.
Mr. X, can I say one thing? His name is Lior, even though he is a liar. But yes, Lior.
Liar poet. All right. So I mean, she said that the problem was that Russell Simmons was her only champion supporting her. She was responsible for the soundtrack to the show. She the one that put together. So if you like the show, the soundtrack, she's responsible. She said, I picked all those songs. I put them together. She's the one who put Mary J. Blige and Method Man together for that song that they did together. So she came out. She said she was a young, bright-eyed, ready to change the world and make a contribution to hip hop. And these record executives and these people, they take advantage, because she also filed a lawsuit against L.A. Reid at Arista Record. So I was like, man, maybe she's just a habitual filer, but she got true stories. I mean, they're believable. That's what I'm trying to say. She talked about Clive Davis was the only one who wasn't on that BS with her, and she talked about how L.A. Reid blackballed her, and he was a gatekeeper. He closed the door. That was the end of her career. So, I mean, all the young people, if you're trying to get into Hollywood and into the music industry, be mindful that they got some vultures out there ready to eat you alive. Especially a young, fresh out of college, they ready to eat you alive.
I mean, and it goes to the point of why even Russell Simmons, why he's in Bali. Now, I know he comes out here from time to time because they don't really have an arrest warrant for him and things of that nature. He in Bali for a reason, bro. It's something there. It's something there. And we ain't tearing down our brother, but this is actual, this is news right here. This is why we speaking on that. So just because we talk about our brother, what he may have allegedly done, that's also our sisters that he allegedly done something. So,
and also, great point.
Also, I also want to be fair and put Russell Simmons' statement. He made this statement back in 2018. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but he said, I vehemently deny any allegations of forced sex or sexual violence of any kind made against me. The truth of these statements in my defense have been validated by me taking and passing multiple lie detector tests in which I denied having forced sex or being abusive in my relationships. And then he speaks on Drew Dixon, asserting that I apologized to her. I took a lie detector test affirming that I have never apologized for ever assaulting a woman. So he denies.
So that's why he's been taking all that yoga and doing all that heart mastery. But yeah, anyways. But hey, Walk, like you were saying, it's not so much about clowning our brothers or being negative, but we got to protect our sisters. So it's late, but I need to do it.
Yep. So we just just be careful out there. Leave it at that.
What we got up next, First Lady Jay?
Next in the news, we have Mike Epps and Shay. Comedian Mike Epps and NFL Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe have met up, and it looks like things are good between them. The two made amends at a restaurant in Indianapolis, Indiana on Thursday.
All right, so shout out to those two brothers. We know it stemmed from when Mike Epps, somebody leaked the show of his online, and he was clowning, talking about Shannon Sharpe called me to be on this show. I said, I don't want to be on your show with you, Medea. And he was clowning. And then they was making the gay assumption. The chart people been calling him out. Corey Holcomb been calling him out and been questioning. But you know what? I went and doing my research on here. I was looking. I pulled up. I said, okay, why they calling him gay? And then they got every time he's at a Lakers game, he's with his his designer, his I guess his fashion designer. His name is Hollywood. But I heard a more explicit name for the guy. It's a nasty name, something
Ouch.
Print. That's the name of the guy. But this is his new fashion designer. And I was just thinking that, if every time you go into a game with the guy, I know, okay, that's probably your homeboy, y'all get along, but it's a bad look, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put it out there, but if every time y'all saw me out and I was with the gay guy, what you gonna assume?
I don't know if I appreciate saying it's a bad look, but go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What was you about to say, Walt?
It's kind of more than that too. It's called Club Shay, he do act a little. He's kind of getting a little feminine on the show. I've seen it because I've been watching Shannon Sharpe for years, for the last 10 years on different shows and different networks of that nature. So I'm just saying, but I'm not necessarily gonna call a man a gay guy or anything like that. But they made up. Him and Mike Epps, they met up. They got cool. And Shannon Sharpe was like, "I'm gonna see you. We gonna see each other." He saw him, and then he took his glasses off, and Mike Epps said, "Man, put your glasses back on."
That's funny.
Ouch.
That's funny.
Yeah, so.
That was funny. But yeah, I don't know, man. He's so shady. That's why. Go ahead, First Lady.
It's not the case. That is his stylist. He's with them just in case he has a wardrobe malfunction and he can correct it right away.
Wow.
They're not gay.
Hey, your stylist is supposed to be in the background. No one's just walking around with their stylist like Robin. You know, that is kind of suspect. And again, if he's gay, he's gay. I wouldn't say that it's a bad look, but it definitely makes you think that there's something going on there when the only time the person that we regularly see you is someone who is quite clearly and obviously gay looking. You know,
we got a comment from my brother Charles X. The brother says Shannon is pretty confident in his masculinity. He probably has a stake in the designer brand. That would be smart.
That is a great comment, brother Charles X. You know, for real. That's
smart. Yep.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Mike Epps did tell him, "I'm from Indianapolis, so you come out here acting a fool. I got peoples for you." So
and for what it's worth, it was good entertainment. When Mike Epps got on there and said, "I'm gonna hit him with the blank, 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 blank," that shit was funny.
But he's a comedian. I mean,
I'm saying it was good entertainment, man. It was good entertainment.
Probably shouldn't get too butthurt about what a comedian does. I mean, that's what their job is to do. And again, it's not something that was really televised. It's just someone put it out there. So, but I can understand when you feel you need to defend yourself as a man. You're gonna, man to man. That's a situation you do. But I mean, it was probably an overreaction. But I'm sorry, First Lady, what were you about to say?
I was just gonna say, most importantly, two brothers made amends, and that's behind them now, regardless of how we feel. I'm just glad that they made amends.
Amen to that.
Behind them.
Ouch. So, what we got up next, First Lady J?
Up next, we have the Raleigh shooting. 2 juveniles charged after Kansas City Chiefs parade shooting that killed 1, injured 22 because they are minors. The names of the 2 suspects have not been released.
Yeah, I was looking up the pictures, and then in this picture, you see the dude that's sitting right there in the chair. And then it's like people are ducking, and he just sitting there relaxed as can be. I was tripping, like, why he not ducking? Why he not scared? And then I found another picture, people running and ducking. He just still sitting in the chair chilling. Like, what's the problem? So I was just tripping off of that.
How much alcohol has he had up until that point? So
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was a situation where they were, it was like a mass shooter type situation, but it sounds like this was something that came out of a conflict. Like, 2 different factions got to shooting and they were absolutely reckless with their shooting. That's what it sounded like to me.
Yep. That's what it looks like. And somebody lost their life and 22 other people was injured. And they arrested, like she said, they arrested them. They're minors, so they're not releasing the names. But
And the sister that died, she was like a DJ, some Latino talk show DJ or something like that, radio show.
Man,
it was.
Yeah, that's the terrible part. Just like basically an innocent bystander. So yeah, it probably just seems like it just was a little altercation between some young cats. But yeah, they're gonna have a little bit of time to think about their wrongs.
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna have a little bit of time.
But on the go ahead, El Poo, you got something?
Not really. I was just going to say it's an unfortunate situation and everything.
Yes, sir.
The only thing I can say is leave the 49er fans alone because you never know how they're going to react. I'm not saying this is a situation, but
Wow.
We was wondering where El Pooh was at during this little altercation.
I was at
On a happier note, they the Kansas City Chiefs, they was able to celebrate their Super Bowl win, Super Bowl 58. They won last week. It was a excellent game. I was disappointed because I wanted the 49ers to win, actually, but it was a good game. They celebrated, and they had the parade in their hometown or their city or whatever, and they was able to go out there and party and celebrate.
Hey, I did want to say that Taylor Swift did donate $100,000 to the family of the lady that was killed at the parade.
What?
Yeah. So, but that was a Super Bowl. That was a great Super Bowl. I mean,
Yeah.
it was there was a lot of things going on. It was up to the last minute. One thing that was absolutely unforgivable. Hey, El Pooh, your coach. How do you not let the players know the new overtime rules? I mean, I didn't know either, but that's not my responsibility. So, I mean, they just completely bungled that. When usually in overtime, you score a touchdown, the game's over. But because of the new overtime rules, no matter what, even if you scored a touchdown, they were going to get, another possession. So that changes the strategy. It looked like they were like first and goal, and I must have walked away and come back, and now they're like kicking a field goal, and it's like, look, you can't do no field goal when you got Patrick Mahomes on the other side of that. But otherwise, good game.
Yep.
Well, what about that halftime show?
That halftime show.
Speak on it, First Lady. Speak on it, First Lady.
And he brought the A to the LB, even though those little ankle baby socks. Yes, I am saying this live. So Usher did his thing. He showed his talent. He showed who he is. He showed why the women love him, even though there was a lot of controversy about him and Alicia Keys, which was a social media thing. But overall, I said Usher did his thing. If I had to rate him on a scale of 1 through 10, I would have to go over the scale and give him more than a 10. But I'm still stuck on JD ankle baby Easter bunny socks. Those socks, 'cause I can't get over those socks. It made me think a lot too. Not trying to throw people under the bus. I started thinking about Cat Williams when I was seeing some of those outfits on stage.
Uh-oh.
You have to set some boundaries, man. Stay in the masculine category. Leave those ankle babies alone.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter if they were Louis Vuitton. Nobody cares.
Exactly. Louis Vuitton with a pearl. With a pearl on it. And a little pocket with a pearl.
That's ridiculous.
Yes, I was so done. And I didn't even know that it was JD. I thought it was what's his name?
Yeah. I thought it was too. I thought he lost a lot of weight on that. Shrunk or something.
Nah, it was the other guy.
I thought they found like the kid for Make-A-Wish Foundation. Come on up here and say this one line or something. He looked like one of those 3 midgets from the remember from the Wizard of Oz, the white version where with Dorothy the 3. Yeah.
Was it the Lollipop Guild? Yeah, I understand what you're saying,
but it was a great halftime show. Usher did his thing. When he came out with the roller skates, that was the flyest SHIT I ever seen at the Super Bowl. The flyest. That was real cool. And he didn't bust his ass either. Pause.
He did his thing. And Alicia K, she graced the stage with her beautiful dress.
Ooh, she started off struggling a little bit, but she got there.
First lady. Was that appropriate? Was it just a performance?
Before you even go, no, it was not. It was not.
Oh my goodness! How you gonna do that? Somebody, go ahead.
Trump said when you're a celebrity, you can just walk up and do that. So I don't know. I think
I felt bad for both couples. I felt bad for Beats. I felt bad for his now wife. It was inappropriate. I mean, if it was acting or them a movie, your spouses pretty much know that you're going to do something like that. But it caught everyone off guard, and they know social media. People gonna throw you under the bus. They're gonna go there regardless of what they're doing. And Usher, he put his disclaimer out there a long time ago in his songs. Keep your women away from him.
She playing for real, actually. For real.
Cause of problems. Word to Keke Palmer, man. Hide your wife. But you about to say something, El Pooh? Oh, you're muted, brother.
You're muted. It's for a reason. Trust me, he muted for a reason. He about to say something crazy. Go ahead, give it to us.
He got all that
His mic is
equipment in
open.
there, don't he?
He got some
Can you hear
technical.
me now? Okay. I was getting ready to say Swiss B said he didn't have a problem with it. In fact, he invited Usher and his wife back to their house afterwards. So it's all good.
Bye. I told
Wow.
you.
Wow.
Let me give him the
Man. Boom, 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 boom. Nah.
But you know,
Alright.
it's performance. I mean, it's just like if someone's playing a sex scene in a movie. I mean, you may not like it. We may feel some type of way about it, but I mean, they're professionals. It's just a performance, y'all. Don't trip. He didn't pull off. He didn't expose a titty like the other dude. But we finished with this.
He violated that space. I'm gonna say what I have to say. He violated that space on both behalves. Like, yeah, entertainment or not, you have to set boundaries. So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna move on to what we have next in the news. Not only
Wait a second. Before we go there, remember we about to talk about Trump a little bit, right?
Oh, absolutely.
That's right. That's right. We're gonna talk about Mr. Trump now. He just got hit with a judgment for $355 million in this fraud case, and he can no longer have. He can't be on any director or whatever. He can't do business in New York for 3 years, and his sons got a $4 million of judgment against him each, and they only have a 2-year limit. There was some other party that was involved on there that was banned for life. But this is the stuff, and he came out and said, "Oh, this is a Democratic witch hunt," and blah blah blah. Everything I did was great. Everybody got repaid, but you got to understand, he was getting benefits because he was demonstrating a certain degree of credit worthiness or as far as the assets that were being involved. This inflation caused him to get a great discount, and this money was calculated. The judge said, look, he got about $168 million worth of benefit off of this fraudulent misrepresentation of his assets and his money. So, in the Black community, we always have a little comment about faking it till you're making it. And I understand people like what's his name, Robert Townsend did what he did to put that movie together, borrowing credit and all this, whatever. Sometimes it works.
You talking about Hollywood Shuffle?
Hollywood Shuffle, yeah, because he was doing off his credit cards. He was doing this off of promises. I mean, fake it till you make it. And sometimes it works. And in a sense, that's probably what he already made it. But I'm just saying that it was the same type of logic where it's not so much that you're trying to get over somebody as much as you're trying to get what you're trying to get. Mm-hmm. But the fact of the matter is, there was real harm. There was real value that he got that someone else didn't get. And it's just like drunk driving. You don't have to kill somebody to be punished for it. There's a reason why. If you have your blood alcohol content is what it is. You will probably go to jail for it. It's the same situation. Fraud is fraud. You need to discourage this because not everybody else is going to be able to repay this. So that's what
Brother Charles got something to say about it. He said, unlikely Trump will ever pay a dime in this case. There was no victims on these charges. All loans paid in full. # witch hunt.
Again, he literally ignored the point that, again, he saved over $168 million. Hey, we had a client. Obviously, I can't say what his name is, but he was doing he was misreporting his something that he wasn't supposed to. I don't want to give too many details about it, but it was something that he was not reporting, and he basically got in a whole bunch of trouble because they considered it an unfair business advantage because everybody else was reporting what they're reporting and paying the extra money. So the fact that he saved himself that money, you could say that there's no victim, but again, if money is supposed to be going to A and it doesn't get there, A is losing. So, that's just not the reality of it. So, the dude actually committed fraud. He actually lied. It's a fact. And he got hit with a $355 million judgment with interest. And, as far as him saying not paying it, in order for him to appeal it, he's going to have to post that money up in a bond. That money is going away immediately. And then they actually placed in a monitor that's going to be running his business for 3 years. So he can't even be sitting there hiding stuff. So, without a doubt, it's going to get paid. But that's what it is.
I mean, we talk about Trump, but I think El Poo forgot to do this.
You actually forgot the other
Boom,
one.
boom, boom, boom.
No, you're supposed to do the. There you go.
There you
So now, First Lady, let's pass it off on to you.
Well, before we go to our commercial break, I want to mention Miss Fani Willis, which will lead into our first topic after our commercial break. Fani Willis' hearing struggles to dent Trump prosecutors' credibility. Trump's co-defendants in Georgia racketeering case over attempts to overturn 2020 election seek to disqualify Fulton County DA.
Now keep in mind, okay, here's what happened. This is for trying to overturn the election. She's the DA. She indicted Trump, hired a special prosecutor, Nathan Wade. He's helping with the prosecution. No big deal, right? Standard shit. One day after his appointment, he filed for divorce from his wife, filed to have all records sealed from his wife. Now, since he's been working, he done billed the county of Fulton $650,000. That's already, and that's for him. That ain't for this and for that, or for that we're gonna divvy this up within the whole company. This is personal stuff that he says he's been doing, and that's what he billed for. See, it just seems a little odd, and this is why the spotlight came on Fani Willis, because guess what? Him, Wade, and Willis, they've been taking trips out of town. They've been going to the Bahamas. They've been to Belize. They've been doing a whole lot together. Now, what this got to do with Trump, I don't know, but she's the prosecutor, so the light's on you, young lady. I think it's something there.
So he kind of stretched it out. So we're gonna talk about this now before the break, or we're gonna talk about it after?
We already talking about it.
Okay, so you talk about his bill. His bill is going to be, whether it's going to be him or it's going to be somebody else. He's actually doing work for that. So he's been compensated for work that he's actually doing. Now, what they're saying is that she I guess passed the case off to him, and she's thereby getting some type of benefit because that's her dude and they're together. So this is the coloration of what's going on. But they're arguing that the fact that this was the date that he was divorced. Divorces, relationships don't just end when the divorce happens. A lot of times the relationship ends and then divorce plays out down the line. So this is what they're asserting. They're not asserting that, this was grown people doing grown people business. He paid for what he paid for. She paid for what she paid for. And like she said, the only person that paid for her fully was her daddy. So, you can talk about it. I've seen people read respond to her comments and say like, wow, she sounds like someone who's nervous. She sounds like, she's in trouble. And then I've heard other people take it that, it sounds like she's bodying them because she's coming with the facts as far as what she's saying. Look, all of this stuff is periphery. The reality is none of this has to do with the fact that Trump did what he did. They just want to try to muddy the waters. They want to take her off the case, and that's it. None of this will make this case go away. They will potentially get somebody else to go after him, and then they'll still have to defend the facts, which he probably doesn't have a great defense for.
So, can I ask one question, Mr. Nice Guy? Didn't Marsha Clark and Christopher Darden have a relationship with the OJ case?
Oh, I don't know.
They was bang, bang, bang.
Really? So yeah.
Real quick, Brother Charles says that. What? I read the wrong one. Oh, I'm missing that. Hold on. Fani is a major hypocrite who hired a less than qualified prosecutor for this case, and we all know why.
First of all, he was a mentor to her. How can she be? How can he be a less qualified? He was a mentor to her. He was a senior attorney, and so that's like less qualified. Go ahead.
I think don't he mean because they said he never prosecuted a case of this manner or magnitude or something?
Same thing with that judge out there in Florida too. So what's the difference?
Yeah, hey, nobody's prosecuted a case like this.
Mr. Charles, you sound like a Trump lawyer. I'm
a Trump apologist, but that's our brother Charles X. There's two sides to the picture, and we appreciate his other side. So he says the issue and how it relates to Trump is it has been obvious this case was about enriching Democrats by overreaching in a RICO case against Trump and his cohorts, or it was about people holding them accountable for the illegal, shifty things that he did, fake electors, trying to overturn the election, calling people to pressure. Hey, I need 1,001 votes. Can you find me this stuff? So that's the situation. So they're always talking about the Democrats and Republicans. None of this matters once you get in office.
What you say?
Do you see anything wrong with? Do you see anything wrong with what Fani did with her panties? Anything by her hiring a guy who is her ex?
You said what Fani did with her panties?
What Fani did with her panties with this guy she hired? That'll be like my ex hired me to be the CEO of freaking Def Jam or something, and I'm banging her. I have no ties to music or nothing whatsoever. But now I'm running Def Jam. I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm A&R. Ain't no experience in none of this. She hired him. She hired the dude because he was hitting that in the Bahamas, and they just traveled. They've been doing stuff. And what is this with the cash? Where she giving them money, but he done paid it back and all this stuff. Something is there, dude. Now we don't know yet. This is why they're having this investigation. Something is there, bro. Something there, bro.
Now, Jay Walk.
Nobody operate like that.
Walk. Let me ask you, Walk. So something is there. Yeah. Does that? Let's say she hired him. Does that take away from what Trump did?
Yes. If you are the one prosecuting me, here's the reason why. Watch this. To be a police officer, you have to have good credit. You have to be an exemplary citizen of the United States. You can't have stuff going on, different things. You have, because you're enforcing the law. That is a rule to be a police officer. Not just imagine being a district attorney, the one that's actually doing the prosecution. See, it's something there. She's up to something. I don't know what, but she's up to something. It's like, you know how you got kids and you be like, what did you do? And then you don't know what they did, but like, your ass did something. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this, and that's what's going on, and that's why her ass was on trial. That's why he and her, they had to testify for a few hours all day, yesterday and day before yesterday.
Actually, she testified one day and she bodied it, and that's why they were like, no further questions. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, we'll see how this plays out. That's going to be how it plays out. But what she did, I'm just saying that because they both sided, they were like, you know what, we're not going to ask any more questions. They had 2 days to do this, and after what she testified to in day one, they were like, yeah, we're moving on from this. But we'll see how it plays out.
They didn't make a decision yet. What are you talking about? They didn't make a decision yet.
Yeah, it's still ongoing. It's still ongoing.
Okay, so what are you talking about? She bodied it, and they said we're gonna move on from it.
What
are you talking about, bro?
Because everything was addressed. There was nothing else to talk about. I'm saying that they were, she dealt with everything on day one. There was no other testimony needed by her. So that's why I say when you bodied it, because again, I'm not trying to defend her. That's really not the point of this. The point of this that this is a distraction. The fact of the matter is, there is real evidence that he did what he did. Okay, I understand that Charles X, has the perspective that he has. He's an intelligent brother, and I respect him. But I mean, if this was, it has nothing to do with what she did. If you observe someone killing somebody and you say, "Hey, I told him, I saw him. He shot this person. He did this. I was there," and they go, "Wait a second, but weren't you having sex with somebody else?" That ain't got nothing to do with what I saw. And my point is that she put the case together. It really doesn't matter whether if you're saying that he got some type of financial kickback because she hired someone that she liked or whatever. I mean, but again, their relationship happened and then their relationship ended. And that's what it is. So, what grown-ups do is grown-ups do. All of this stuff is just basically trying to muddy the waters. It's a distraction from the real thing. And the reality is, these juries, they're intelligent enough to say that, look, it doesn't matter. It doesn't, listen.
You said the same thing like 3 times.
We
know it's muddy in the water. The whole Trump case is muddy in the water, so he don't become president again. He got like 40 cases against him. Come on, bro.
Because he actually did the things that they're accusing him of.
No, guilty.
Did he not? Did he not call?
Innocent until proven guilty, right? So these are all allegations.
Brother, that's what the court say. But if you kill somebody, you're guilty when you kill that person. The judge, you may not be determined guilty. If you
prove it,
you are guilty of killing them. You won't necessarily be guilty in a jury. That's something else. You understand? Committing a crime versus actually being convicted of a crime is two different things. You understand that, right?
I don't understand what the hell you just said. I really don't. Yeah, slow that down for me. Say that again.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
I want to hear that.
Walk, I'm listening. Hey, walk. If you go,
say what you said.
I'm telling you. Listen. If you go and shoot somebody right now, right, walk out of your room and shoot somebody, are you guilty of actually shooting somebody? I'm not saying that you're convicted because you have to go to trial to be convicted. But I'm talking about
if I did that, I'm guilty of shooting somebody. And
exactly.
I know
immediately.
Yes. I'm guilty.
Matter.
I'm guilty. I'm guilty.
That's all I'm saying.
What else?
I'm saying that he actually did this. He actually made these phone calls. He actually participated with these fake electors. These are the things that he actually did.
Let's move on with the show. You didn't make sense of what you just said, bro.
Okay. Hey, Floyd,
maybe that was a bad analogy.
Hey,
maybe that was a bad analogy.
Did you understand what I said? Floyd,
yes.
Did you understand what I said?
Absolutely.
El Pooh, did you understand what I said?
Please, someone.
Wait. First lady.
I'm asking these two brothers.
First lady, did you understand what I said?
I understood very well what both of you guys understood very well and clear. But I'm going to say this, and then we are going to move on. I'm going to say I'm pleading the fifth because I'm not on trial. And Mr. X, can you go to commercial break? But I understood, and we're not going to have a debate about this. We have other topics to carry on with.
You're guilty!
Real quick, I just want to put...
How are you guilty if you're not...
One more comment from Brother Charles. If the person is saying they're not the shooter, there is a trial. Trump is saying he is innocent.
I know what he's saying. We're talking about what he actually did.
Trump is always saying he's innocent, but is he really innocent? He said he was innocent about January the 6th. But
we have the phone call.
Please let's move on before this turns into something else. Can we go?
Hey, nice guy, my best friend. Yeah.
That's right. GoBeAlive.org. Go get you some of that black honey. Sorry, what did you say, boss?
Let me just jump on some of these comments real quick. So they continue on that. They was into that. They was into that battle warrior we just had here. Most criminals plead not guilty. The Brother Charles again. There has been no insurrection charges on Trump, let alone anyone else for the record.
There's been a lot of people that were actually convicted for people actually literally went to jail for January 6th. Sorry, go ahead, Walt.
There's a thing called you have a right to confront your accuser for sure, and you're innocent until proven guilty.
And the
every Thursday, 9 p.m. Spin that back today at 10:30. What's the topic for today?
Hip hop one hit wonders. We're gonna go into that.
Hip hop one hit wonders. Like, for example, who's an example of a one hip hop wonder?
Vanilla Ice.
What? One hit wonder?
What other song did he have? That was
hold on.
It was really
that was like a hold on. That was like a You struck out with that first one, El Cool. He was not a one-hit wonder.
He
It was like you stepped up to the plate. You stepped up and was like, what was that? No, he wasn't. He had that other big hit, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That was a huge hit.
I don't know nothing about it.
You know what? I think that's a good point. I think he's right about that. The Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtle song deems that he's not a one-hit wonder.
What's the name?
Go Ninja, go. Whatever.
There you go.
It was a big song. He's right. He's right.
As soon as you said, I'm like, go Ninja. It was a commercial on it. They had a commercial like 3 years ago with him. Go Ninja, go Ninja. Oh, that's crazy.
You know what? Now I'm feeling kind of way now that I think about what I just said and what that white dude was saying. But still, go ahead. I'm saying.
So who, Mr. Walk? Who was someone you would call a one-hit wonder?
MC Brains. MC Brains. Uchi Coochie, la la la, Uchi Coochie. That's 1991 right there, baby. I was off that.
We're gonna get into it on the show. So let me say,
Brains.
Y'all want to hear more? Y'all want to hear more of that? Tune in at 10:30 today after this show. Same bat channel, same or different bat time. All right, we're going. I think I'm done with the commercials now.
On to the next topic. We already covered Fani.
The graffiti towers. Is that what we on?
Yep.
Yes.
I don't think I uploaded no pictures for the graffiti towers.
Yes.
Hey, Walk. You wanna set the table for this one?
This is okay. This is graffiti towers. I know if you watching the news, whatever part of the country y'all on, because we are broadcasting worldwide. Russell Simmons is watching us in Valley, yeah, with his armed security. Like if you see police, shoot them. If they're from California or New York, just shoot them. They have no rights here. Anyway, stop. Let me leave Russell Simmons on. I love Russ. Love what he did for hip hop. But it's the Ocean Plaza development. It covers over 30. It's over 30. It's a big high rise. It's 3 buildings in Los Angeles, downtown Los Angeles, right across the street from the crypto center. Now, it might look bad, because when I got where it's at, I was like, it might look kind of disgusting across that big arena and things they got on that nature. But they covered over 30 floors of graffiti, and they had police officers and detectives. They went inside. They showed pictures. They did a number inside the whole building inside. Forget what we just seen in them pictures. It's a whole freaking like the city. It seemed like the city did it. I think it looks cool. But 2019, the Chinese developer ran out of money. The money it just been sitting there. Now I was watching the news, and we had our brother, who I like. I met him before, Earl Afari Hutchinson. I met him in Pershing Square at the Trayvon Martin rally. He was there. He's the author of over 10 books, born in Chicago, relocated to Los Angeles, 1961, went to Dorsey High. He said this about that graffiti. It's not only an eyesore, it's an embarrassment to the city of LA. Really? What about the homelessness? That's one building. That's 3 buildings in one area. What about the homelessness? I remember driving down the 110 freeway. I looked up over overpass. I seen like about it had to be like at least 5 people living there on this overpass under the 110 freeway. Like on the 110 freeway. Like, are you serious? What about it's over 80,000 homeless people in Los Angeles alone? That's not embarrassing. You going to Venice Beach and on the way to Venice Beach, you seeing homeless people on the sidewalk, on the corner, on the edge of the corner in a big tent with pallets. That ain't embarrassing, no. But this is embarrassing. That looks good. Chris Brown, he got a mansion. He pissed all his neighbors off all the time because he got in Malibu, he got people come and redo a wall every few.
Pros.
Salute to the graffiti bridge. I'm the graffiti towers. It looks good to me. And forget wasting taxpayer money on that shit. Focus on them homeless cats or something.
Yeah, because downtown, you talk about homeless. I mean, first of all, you got Skid Row. But outside of that, I mean, it's a massive presence everywhere. So that is a much bigger eyesore. Honestly, this graffiti tower thing, it's low key amazing. The fact that they've done it. I mean, it is amazing. I almost think that they should leave it. It's become a tourist attraction. People are going to check it out. I mean, it's just these cats are doing this in broad daylight, not giving a whatever, and Walker's saying that people have been getting arrested, so they haven't been doing it with impunity, but they're not doing it with much fear. And I guess there's probably just a slap on the wrist, so it's sort of catch and release type situations, not a whole lot of discouragement. But I mean it's really an amazing thing that's happening over there. It's mind-blowing.
I want to know what they're doing with these so many billions of dollars that they got for the homeless problem. And they talking about it'll take about $1 billion to get this whole place redeveloped or whatever. They could take some of that money, put some of those homeless people up in there, and solve two problems at once. That's my take.
Can I answer that? Watch this, Mr. El Poop. I have more. This is why I singled out my brother, Fari Hutchinson. He is going at Karen Bass. He wants her to start a disaster declaration for this. And guess what he runs? Urban Policy Roundtable. He's the president of that. And guess who he wants to run it? Yeah, see, he want to lace his pockets. He put some of that money in my pocket, Karen Bass, for this embarrassment. Yeah, I get it. Focus Up Show. We are starting something. We want a disaster campaign for the homeless people. We need $6 million each. We gonna solve the problem.
You got something to say about this, First Lady J?
All I have to say is graffiti is wrong all day long, but it does kind of look cool for an abandoned building that's just sitting there, buildings, and they're not doing anything with. So until you're ready to do something, or until the new buyers come along, leave it as it is. I will say what I have to say as far as the homeless when we get to that topic.
But see, they gave them to the 17th to clean that up, or the taxpayers' dollars are gonna have to go to cleaning it up, and they say they're gonna give them a bill. That's gonna be the same thing with like Donald Trump. Donald Trump ain't paying that money. Ain't nobody paying it, but the tax citizens. That's it. Come on,
our
now.
dollars are already going to the immigrants that's coming in here. So let it go. Keep going to something.
Yeah.
He's gonna be financing a whole bunch of stuff in New York City for $355.
So,
But you got something to say about this, boss man?
Not really. It looks nice to me.
It's amazing. It's
Nice to
amazing.
me.
It's amazing.
it's
But,
artwork, unfortunately.
Endure-
Way.
But real quick, have all of y'all seen it live and in person? Because I'm just seeing the pictures. I haven't seen it in person.
Nah, I don't
Well,
have any need to go to
don't visit
downtown
our
anymore.
area enough.
Okay,
Come pay us a visit more often, and you'll get to see some things.
gotcha. All right.
All right, so that seems like we might have some time to discuss your next topic, Miss First Lady J. So
It's actually walk topic was next.
I'm sorry. Oh yeah, yours is.
I'm gonna be fair this time.
Yours is.
You hear me?
What does it mean when a woman say you can't handle her? Because I've been hearing that since I've been dating in the last 5 years. I was 7 years since I've been single out here in these streets. You hear that from women, and then you be thinking like, "What do you mean I can't handle you? I can't beat you up. I can't choke you out for your mouth just because I don't want to hear your mouth. I can't handle you. Oh, I gotta wrestle you down and tie up your hooves in 10 seconds flat. I did it. Like, what do you mean I can't handle you? I can't ride the road. What does that mean? Just because a man does not want to put up with and you decide to walk away, that don't mean I can't handle you. But that's what a lot of these women, they mean by that. You can't handle my mouth. You can't handle my reaction to what I just said. You can't handle taking care of me and my 4 kids and my 5 baby daddies. You can't handle that. You goddamn right. I'm out of here.
Hey, Tony Boyd, he trying to start some mess. He said only so-called black women use that.
Blacks.
Nobody never heard a white lady say you can't handle me. He can't handle this.
Called. He said so-called black women.
Well, you know, he doesn't like the term black, so so-called is pretty much always going to be preceding black. But you got something to say about this, First Lady J?
I'm sure I do.
Uh-oh.
First of all, if a woman tells you that, if you're not going to ask for her to elaborate and give you a reason why, then run. Because when a woman tells you that, it's a warning sign. One, she's coming with baggage that you cannot handle. She's letting you know that her baggage is overloaded and you're not able to help her unpack those baggages and pack them correctly. She's letting you know that you can't handle her sexually, mentally, financially, spiritually. And she's judging you. She's prejudging you. And there's a thing that you guys may not have known about, but women used to prejudge by looking at a man down below his waist and say, if they don't see no print, then you ain't man enough to handle her on any level. And I'm just throwing that out there to let you know how some women think. But when a woman tells you that you can't handle her, let go. Let her go, because she's already knowing that she can't handle herself. That she has her baggage.
That's a horn. That's a...
Like I said, you can't help her sexually. She already know where she is. So she's letting you know ahead of time. You can't handle her mentally. That baggage is full. She's judging before she even know. She's warning you, letting you know, step aside, go. It doesn't matter how you look on the outside. She knows that her baggage is overflowing right now. Now, if you can dig and find out, she's still going to serve you with the same thing. You cannot handle me. She needs to be able to handle herself before you can handle her. That's what the woman is letting you know. It's a warning sign. Her baggage is overflowing. She has too many baggages.
I've dealt with women. Like, I remember this young lady was 24 years old. And at the time, I was, 41 or 42. And she talking about, you can't handle me. I'm like, girl, I got underwear about your age. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you bringing to the table? What trick you done learn at 24 years old that I'll be like, oh, damn, she got me right there? Because I remember being a young man dating older women when I was 18. I was in the Navy. Yo, they was on me. These older women, they was clawing at me. They was cool. Like, Anyway, so I was like, these chicks used to get me just by verbal communication. And then I'll be there like, that usually work on these dumb chicks I'm messing with. But see, with older women, it wasn't. Then I found myself, when I became an older man, that's how I knew I was a seasoned veteran at this. When I'm talking to young chicks, it'd be like, I say some shit and totally stump them. It goes with the season, But for a chick to say, you can't handle me, you are totally out of pocket and out of bounds, because you have no validity to that.
Real quick, we got comment from La Brea Trucker. He says she already did the math and realized that you can't afford her.
Let me tell you something. There are two things that women will typically say. I'm too hot to handle, meaning that she's hot in the pants. She knows her sexuality, and you're not going to be able to handle her in a bedroom. She's wild and about it, and she's prejudging you. But when she's telling you that you can't handle me, trust me, she can't handle herself, because there are plenty of baggage. And I'm trying to let you know. I might be one woman speaking, but I've been around women to know and understand and hear what they're saying.
If I'm dealing with a chick, well, this is the bread trucker. I'm dealing with a chick. She's 24 years old. I can handle her. I can go buy some weed and a blunt and a wrapper and some beer or a liquor. I can handle that.
On what 24 you
we got a comment.
Nothing but a number. It depends on what
another comment. So this is back again. This is why so-called black women are the most single. Becky, Mei-Ling, and Rosa gives their men a peaceful home. And then he also put up a Bible verse, Proverbs 21.
Oh yeah, let's read that one.
And then the verse, I pulled the verse, and the verse says, Proverbs, in other translations, it's better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and an angry woman. It's better to live in a desert land than with a quarrelsome and fret for? I missed something.
And then black
All
men
right.
that's throwing black women under the bus. And once again, we don't have black men to support us and be there by our side. If you're gonna throw us under the bus, then you get what you deserve by us black women. That's what I'm gonna say.
So you feel like black men throw black women under the bus?
He's so-called black women.
Block
and
him.
Women on what he's not supporting us. He's putting us all in one category. If one black woman did one thing, all black women are doing the same thing. So how can you expect for your black queen to be there to support the black king if you're running to the other races, giving them props? You're supposed to help build us and help us get to that point when you feel like we're doing something wrong. You can't attack us. Like I said, we're the number one race that's always attacking each other instead of us being there for each other. And that's
Y'all talking about my boy Tony Boy. He don't even
know
date
you're
black
talking
women. Never
about.
have, ever.
nothing
Come on,
against
let's
your
end this show.
boy. But I'm going to speak my mind just as we're all speaking our mind. He has never said anything wrong to me, but I'm going to say what I have to say.
He don't even date black women.
I can read in between the lines, I'm assuming, but the way he's like so-called, hey, look at my skin
See,
color.
I want to address real quick, First Lady. When he says so-called, that's a term that's used because he don't want to be referred to as black. It's nothing about, not like saying a so-called woman. He says so-called black.
Before, yes, the African and all that stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, but he's still putting those other races up here and we're down here, and I'm not having it. So I'm gonna defend myself and all of us other black queens.
First lady. Address him not right now. Tell him what you just.
I
you
just
want
did.
To give him a sentence. Sum it up. Give him a one good sentence sum up of your position.
I'm gonna put it like this. This is Black History.
Damn it, boy! I was
Black
setting you up.
It's every day. I am this black queen that's representing myself and every other sister out here. I'm not gonna have it. So whether he chooses to use so-called black, I respect that he doesn't like that term. But when you putting the other races on the pedestal above me, I'm coming for you.